Hey there, Andie here, and I've been talking about this harmonic scanner quick fire strategy that we've been utilizing within our team, and I've talked about adding some additional indicators to your MetaTrader 4 that will help you with entering the trade, determining whether a trade should be entered, and so forth. So today's video, I'm going to show you these additional indicators and also how to set them up. So let's go over to my MetaTrader 4, and as you can see, here's a harmonic scanner pattern, and there's a bunch of other lines, and this is what I'm going to show you how to add. I'm going to show you how to add these black lines here. These are called Bollinger Bands. We're going to also add the RSI, which is this graph here in the middle, and we're going to also add the MACD. Okay, now in today's video I'm going to show you how to add these. I may or may not go into a lot of detail about how to utilize them, but let's see how it goes. First of all, though, we want to get them installed on your chart. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to come over here to just a clean chart, and I'll show you how to add these things. Okay, so I have a little notepad here with the setup and strategy, and if you want to do a screenshot of this, you can do that, or just take some notes and write this stuff down. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to install, we're going to start with the RSI. Okay, so what you do is you come up here to indicators, and there's a whole list of indicators. Okay, you see that? If you go to, I believe it's under oscillators, so go to indicators, open that up, and then open up oscillators. Here it is right here, the relative strength index. All you do, pull it over to your chart, and then it brings up this this box with some additional fields to fill in. So the only thing you need to make sure, and I had to look at my cheat sheet right here, the only thing you need to make sure of is that the RSI period is 14. So see this right here? You want to make sure that that is a 14. Now the other thing that we do is we also make sure that it's, I think it comes up standard as blue, but then we come over here and we do make it a little bit wider. We make the line a little bit wider. You can play around with this however you want, but we'll just say that for now, and then we say okay. There it is. There's the RSI. So remember, if you come over to this, this is what I showed you when I started. Here's the RSI right here in the middle. Okay? Easy, right? Easy peasy. All right, let's go back. Now, one thing I'm going to do is make this a little bit shorter because we got to fit more stuff in here. So the next thing, let's go to our handy dandy notepad. So we got the RSI. The next thing we're going to do is the MACD. The MACD is another indicator. So luckily it's right here. So you go under indicators, you open up oscillators, and then here's the MACD. All you do is drag it over, and it's going to bring up some parameters. Let me go to my notepad. So this is what you want in the MACD setup. You want a 3 here, a 10 here, sorry, and a 16 there, and then you want this to say close. Okay, I'm going to bring that up again so you can see. So for the MACD, we want a 3. For the fast EMA, we want a 10. For the slow EMA, right over here. And then we want a 16 right here for the MACD SMA. Okay? Let me check these. Again, here you can come in here and do blue. I can't remember what the default is. It may already be blue. And then again, you can make the line a little bit darker. It's easier to see. And you don't mess with any of this. And just say, okay. there you have it. There is the MACD down here. Okay, so now we've installed the RSI down here. We've installed the MACD, and now we need to install these Bollinger Bands, these black lines, okay? Let's go back here. So right now we've got the RSI, and again, you might want to, because you're going to get a lot of stuff on your chart, maybe pull these down a little bit to give yourself a little bit of space, okay? So we got the MACD here, we got the RSI, now we got to add the Bollinger Bands, okay? So we're going to do this 4 times with the Bollinger Bands, okay? It's not hard. I'll show you what to do. So minimize this, and if you come under here, again, it's under Indicators. Come to Trend, and here it is, Bollinger Bands, okay? Drag it over to your chart. Now, this is where I got to look this up. So we come over here. The first setup is going to be a 50, which it is. Here's a 50. A 0, which it is, and a 2.0. Okay, 2.0. Close. Again, I want them to be black lines. You can do it however you want, and then whatever color you want. And then again, I made that the second level, so it's a little bit darker, and just say OK. So there is the first set of Bollinger Bands. Okay, we do it again. Pull it over. The second set is going to be 50, 0, and 2.5. So we have 50, we have a 0, and now this needs to be a 2.5. Everything else stays the same, so just hit OK. There's more black lines. Okay, let's do it again. Bring it over. This next time you can see a pattern here. It's going to be 50. Oops, sorry about that. 0, and then this now will be 3.0. Say OK. There they are. Last but not least, we do it one more time. Bring it over, and this time the setup is 50, 0, 3.5. 50, 0, 3.5. Say OK. There you go. We now have all the different indicators that I was showing you over here. Now, let's talk about the strategy real quickly. I was trying to keep this video as short as possible, but here is the rules with these additional indicators. And again, guys, stick to the rules. Always be consistent with the rules, okay? The first rule is a must. So this has to happen. If this first item does not occur, then you do not get in the trade, okay? So does price touch or cross the entry? So here's the entry right here, this yellow, and there's an entry max and an entry min, as you can see. Does price break the max or min? Yes, it does. It's touching right here. Okay, so that's a yes. Now again, if let's say it was a little bit lower, let's say it was down. Let me see if there's. Let me just. I'll click on another one and just see if we can see it. See, now this price here broke the green line, so that would be a yes. Whoops. Sorry. Now I lost the patterns. Here we go. Okay, so this one, it's hard for me to tell if it actually broke the line or not. You'd have to zoom in. But it does down here, because this has quite an entry zone here. Okay. I know there are some that didn't break, because there were some that I did not get into today because price had not broken the entry, like right here. Okay, so that's rule 1. I'm going to go back to this AUD USD. Okay, so step 1. Does the price touch or cross the entry? That is a must. Then, The next 3 questions, you have to meet 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. If you meet 2 out of 3, then get in the trade. If you meet 3 out of 3, awesome. Should be a great trade. If you meet only 1 out of 3, do not get in the trade. Okay? So, does price cross the entry? Oh, and I lost the pattern again. So we'll just say yes, okay? Right? We said yes. Number 1 of the 2 out of 3. Is the price in the Bollinger Bands? So here's the Bollinger Bands. So the price is like touching right here, the Bollinger Bands, and this one is still touching. So depending on when you got in, I would say yes. If it's touching, we typically will say that's close enough. The deeper it is into the Bollinger Bands, the better. Okay? So it's price in the Bollinger Bands. You check to see if price is within these black lines. So we'll say that's a yes. Do you have divergence with the MACD? Now the MACD is down here, right? The bottom one. Do you have divergence? Divergence is when it will be the opposite of what's happening up here. So here, price, if you look at the last high and go down to the previous high, it's going down, right? So take a look at that. That's a line going down this way. If you look at the same lines on the MACD, so if we come down here and we say it's right about here, that is going up. You're going from low to high. Okay? It's going up. So it's the opposite. It's divergent. It's a divergence. It's considered a divergence. So that would be a yes. If we wanted to answer that question, that would be a yes. So far we have 2 yeses. We have the prices in the Bollinger Bands here, it's touching, and we do have divergence with the MACD. Here we're going up, this is coming down. So the last one we check is the RSI, and this is the middle one, okay, so this is our RSI right here, the Relative Strength Index. Is the RSI over 70? You can see there's numbers over here on the side. Is the RSI over 70 for a sell? And this would be a sell because the price is going down. And you can see that the entries are up here and we're going down. So this would be a sell. So for a sell, is the RSI over 70? So at the time that you are going to get into this trade, let's say you're looking right here. You come down and look at the RSI. Is it over 70? No. It might have been a little bit over here, but not here. You can see it's just kind of touching the line right there. So it's really not over 70. So to me, this would be a no for this one. But because we met the first item, which is, does the price cross the entry? Yes. And that's a must. Is the price in the Bollinger Bands? Yes. And do you have divergence? Yes. So this would be, I would get into this trade. Okay? Hopefully that helps you guys. Again, copy these rules down. Spend a little time going over divergence. I'm still learning how to do divergence as well. And if that didn't make sense, let me know. I can do another video specifically on divergence. But hopefully that will help you with getting into trades or not, making a decision of when to get into the trade and when not to get into a trade. The other thing I forgot to mention, guys, sorry, is that you also, you know, once you cross the entry, you want to make sure that the next trade, I'm getting tired. You want to make sure that the next candle is going in the direction of the direction that you want it to go in. So for this example, because this is a buy, we want a red candle going down. We want the price to be going down. Now look what happened. If you waited, then you would have had a green candle with the price going up. Now the next candle is trying to form. We're not really sure what that's going to be. But hopefully that makes sense. Again, and I didn't put that in here, but you don't want to get into the trade until you've confirmed that the next candle is going in the direction. So maybe I should change this up just a little bit. We could say need 3 out. No. Sorry. Let me just change this up. This is a must that the price did cross the entry. Do not get into the trade until the next candle forming is going in the direction you want it to. So for a buy, sorry, for a sell, it would be a red candle because that's the price going down. Or for a buy, you would want a green or blue candle, depending on how you have your chart set up. You would want a blue candle for a buy. Okay. So steps one more time. Did the price cross or touch the entry? If it's a yes, keep going. You know, keep asking yourself these next 3 questions. If it doesn't touch, don't even consider the trade. Don't even get into it. Again, you want to be consistent with these rules, okay? All right, guys, Andie Petoskey here. I hope that was helpful. See you on the next video. Happy trading.